Hi all, Shane here. Another review. This time something I'm very excited about. Is Tamiya's 1/350th scale Imperial Japanese destroyer Yukikaze. I think I said that right. And I think it means snowy wind or something like that. This is one of their more recent 1/350th scale maritime releases. Came out in 2008. It is kit number, where is it? Kit number 7820/5200. Overall length 338 millimeters. You get some nice photo etch details to it. Can be modelled both waterline and full hull, which is nice. It's kind of become a very common feature in ships, which is nice because I've ruined a 1/350 scale Bismarck once years ago trying to saw off the bloody bottom of it. Made a dog's dinner of it. So let's have a look in the box. So I'm trying to keep this one short. So we get a nice box full of goodies. So first thing I'm going to draw your attention to is this cutout. So when the model is completed, you can actually use the box to store the model if you're going in transit or whatever, which I think is a really good idea, and I applaud Tamiya for including it. So we'll start with the instructions, as I always do, and we'll have a quick look through. Now I've looked up the details of this destroyer and I've forgotten them, unfortunately, but again, I won't bore you too much on the history. Basically, this destroyer is one of the few Japanese ships to survive the war, and then it was post-war it was given to the Chinese Navy, where it served up until the 80s, I believe, or the 60s, and then was scrapped. It also accompanied Yamato in Operation Ten Ichigo, which is the its suicide mission basically on Okinawa. So you could do, if you're feeling particularly adventurous, you could do a rather large diorama on a pool table with this in Yamato, but I won't talk so crazy. So again, standard Tamiya style instructions, gives you your historical backgrounds, nice little piece of art there. Kind of unusual, but it lifts up, but again it's to save space. Your do's and do nots, a little bit more history. Gives you a bit of a timeline here, which is nice, and then we go into the actual instructions. Again, very clear, gives you very clear indications for what is needed for the waterline or full hull. Again, nice hull bracers are included to give you strength in the hull, which is nice. Very uncrowded and clear to follow. We do get a little bit of photo etch in this kit as well, which is nice. So very, very solid. Not much to say here. It's a Tamiya instruction, so you know what you're going to get. It's a 30-step instruction, and very clear to follow. So very, very nice. You'll have no problems with this. Another very nice inclusion is a small little colour paint guide. Very nice. This should give you there should be no confusion with this, and it's nice to see that manufacturers are beginning to do this type of format of colour call out, because I found the black and white ones a little bit confusing. And then on the other side then it shows you how to store the ship if you're using the cardboard cutout or the insert. So nice, not much to talk about here. Now we'll move on to the actual kit parts. So we have quite a large amount of parts in this, so we'll get through this nice and quick. Again, surface detail is absolutely beautiful on this. Very minute, very delicate, but robust, if you get me. So you're not going to have much fear of snapping parts out for the most part, but everything is very, very minutely detailed, which is lovely. We have a clear part for the bridge windows, which is nice. So you can do that. I normally just paint my windows black and then put a wash over them. So that's nice. Here's the upper and lower, or lower hull for the full hull. Very nice. No sink marks as we come to expect. And then here's the water-lined lower hull. Again, not much to get too excited about. More sprues. Again, detail is very nice, very minute. I'm not seeing any flash, which is a Tamiya, so there shouldn't be. I'm not seeing any pin marks. Sometimes Tamiya would tendency to put pin marks in stupid places, just like in their NAS horn. When Panzermeister was going through it, he was rightly dismayed with their choice of pin marks, but if anyone can make it work, it is him. So again, they were very clever. They put their pin marks, so there's going to be no filling at all. Everything's going to be hidden. Very nice, very nice. Again, we have our masts and some of our funnel details. Again, very, very delicate. And I see a little bit of flash here. Bit of a shame, but again, when you think about how small these parts are, it is to be expected. So some very careful cleanup on the mast, on the yard arms is going to be required, but take your time and you should be fine. Okay. Okay, now we're moving on to our fourth bag of sprues. We have some of our armaments, the 20mm cannons, I believe, the Japanese version of the Orican. Very nicely detailed. You shouldn't have to replace these for photo etch whatsoever. Again, the triple barrel mounts are very nice as well. Same with the depth charge racks. The torpedo launchers again are finely detailed, should look great. The main armament, or the main battery turrets, are very nicely detailed as well. Gun barrels are moulded with the blast bags on, which is nice. You don't have to putty them in, which they can be a little bit difficult to get right. And you get two options for the gun barrels, in the elevated or in the horizontal positions, which is nice. And the blast bags are moulded to articulate both, which is very nice. Also, some of the wire spools are very finely reproduced. Again, I'm not seeing any sink marks or visible pin marks. So far so good. Tamiya do tend to make some of the best maritime models, I find, though they can be a bit expensive. This kit wasn't too dear, thankfully. I got this from an eBay dealer. And this is one of well, really, this is the largest sprue. So we have our hull sides. Portholes again are very finely picked out. Again, you can drill these out if you wish. You will have to buy. Actually, no, it's moulded on. The gauzing cables are moulded on, which is nice. I thought these were separate, or would have to be bought separately. So that's a nice little addition. The upper deck is very finely detailed. Some nice kind of non-skid texturing is nice on some of the hull, which is not just like the embossed steel to give grip and purchase for the crewmen. And then we just have our hull bracers here too. So again, very nice. And then we have a very, very nice base. I know it seems a bit funny to draw your attention to this, but sometimes companies have a tendency to cheap out on the base. This should be a nice little sexy little yoke when it's done. And then finally we get a bag of chain, some polycaps and screws for mounting the ship to the display stand, chains for the anchor chain, and brass turned rods for the propulsion shafts, the drive shafts of the props. We have some paper ensigns, or ensigns should I say, and then we have some nice name placards. I do agree that I don't like when they mold or they print Tamiya on the side of them. You know, it it takes away from it a little bit, but again, I'm not going to get too upset over that because it's kind of inconsequential. And where's the photo etch? There should be a little photo etch sheet here somewhere too. I swear to God, if I lost it, I won't be happy. And there's a photo etch somewhere, I don't know, always in one of the bags. So you do get a small photo etch, stainless steel, small stainless steel photo etch sheet. Right, there's. Which is, I couldn't find it for ages, it's stuck in here. Just have a few gun shields and a few access ladders and like the funnel cover or the funnel cap. Nice detail, nice little addition. You might want to, if you want to super detail this, you'll have to buy your railing separately. But again, there's plenty of companies that cater for that. So this is the quick review of Tamiya's 3/50th scale Japanese destroyer Yukikaze. Very nice kit. Really strongly recommended if you like Imperial Japanese or maritime subjects. It's a very nice and attractive looking ship. It'll look great on the shelf. And I hope to enter this into the Out of Your Comfort Zone group build, because this is my first destroyer build ever, and it should be quite interesting to see what I can do with it. So hopefully you'll be seeing videos of this in the group build in the future when I clear it off a little bit from my workbench. So thank you for watching. I'll try to keep this as short as possible. Happy modelling. Watch out for those buses as always, and also happy holidays whatever you're doing for your holidays. Christmas trees are up now. And I'm rambling for some reason. Yeah, anyway, enough of my craziness. I shall catch you on the next one. Bye bye.